Are you cheating on me?
Well, I mean, we did have a Terminator, so I feel like that wouldn't be too
Don't
far
try and bring your puns into this. This is about our relationship and how you called me a different man's name.
I feel like I said the correct things, and the shadow infestation on you may have heard something else.
This is the shadow plane. You're Connor now. That's the Nega Connell. It's just Connor.
Let me see that red eye.
Video games. Whatever touched those.
So,
He
fun
really
fact:
is
are we
making
actually
stuff.
streaming now? Was
Yep.
that the start, or okay?
Yeah,
Cool.
there we go.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Sad Space Furries with Connor this week.
Hi, Connor. I like keto and beating people up.
We're
No,
continuing our.
that's me.
Oh my gosh. We are continuing our session where we last left off, where the party has got to the final levels of Black Site and have dealt with a scientist who has a connection to several of the PCs that you see in front of you. The final battle was a pretty climatic battle with several party members coming close to death or almost looking at the face of death. But luckily, we have all survivors with us this week. And we are going to pick up the pace with after the killing blow happening and the party kind of gathering their thoughts and everything at this point. And this is where I'm going to hand over the screen to the players.
Snow's gonna start looting everything off the bodies, stripping them naked. And
Yeah, after
when she gets to the main guy himself, she's going to use her power armor and smash his skull with her boot.
Lovely.
Nice.
You had to take my thing. My brain.
a toner after defeating his evil self just kind of like collapses in the snow or on the floor next to him. And is just kind of like out.
Havoc is going to be trying to resuscitate Kalani with a totem in her hand.
Okay.
Well,
You
that was
head
a
over.
fucking battle.
You head over to Kalani. Kalani is just flatline. You see like no pulse or anything coming from Kalani, and you just begin to
She's dead, Jim. She's not coming back.
you pull out your tools. You begin the process. Katina has a few words to say, just like yeah, there's no chance, and you just feel a bit like overwhelmed. You're putting your best attempts, everything that you can, into bringing her back. And the world around you just has different forms of gray that you see at this point, and it's just not looking like she has a chance to come back at all.
Yeah, she's.
I mean, she's still gonna keep trying.
Fair
Even
enough.
if she knows it's not gonna work.
My dear, it's futile.
Gunner's just be like, fucking Christ, that was one hell of a battle. Alright. Like, just touch the bridge of his mask. Just like, okay, I'm getting too old for this shit. Alright. Roll
How
call,
old
and
are you,
like,
Gunner?
I'm not talking to you now, am I? He's
I
kind of
mean,
like
yeah,
start
you're
looking
right.
around, like roll calling. So he sees Snow doing the head smash, like, looks over to a toner, and then looks over to Havoc and Katina, like, what the fuck is she doing here? And then noticing what Havoc's doing, it just kind of stares there for a second. Just a minute. Sorry, person coming in.
Home invader.
Then he looks at his gun, and he shoots once in the ground to make an icicle. He takes that icicle into his hand,
Oh,
and he walks over to the guy on the ground whose head is now smashed, and starts
Oh.
repeatedly stabbing his chest.
oh boy.
And let me do a little bit of the scene if you don't mind, Brendan.
All you?
As he's doing this, as you have seen before, the shadow is coming out of his arms and into the icicle. But you're also noticing now whatever residual shadow that this guy had control of is slowly leaving his body and going into Gunner. Sort of filtering its way up toward his mask. And that's just the scene that I'm currently setting.
And Snow is gonna stand there and watch. If Gunner ends up seeing her face, shadow, of course, encompassing around the rims of her eyes, have now also blacked out her eyes. She's like, well, I've killed a teammate as well. So yes, I do know how you feel.
Guess that makes us even. As I look up to you, you notice that what usually is the blue eyes have turned into a darker shade, almost like a pool of water with a drop of black dripped into it.
And Katina is over at Kalani's body, trying to tell Havoc that there's nothing that you can do for Kalani, and just basically grabbing, looking through her like med kits and to see what she has on hand and taking it for now. And that's basically what Katina's doing. I'm like, sorry, but yeah, there's nothing more you can do, Havoc. Sorry. She's just gone. Unfortunately.
Oops, sorry. The friend who you tried so hard to protect is dead. Get over it. Says while she's looting the body. Jesus Christ.
It's just like Captain Crunch. Oops, all dead friends.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Sorry.
Sorry, 1 second. Hello,
It's
what's
cool.
up?
Okay. Let me see real quick. I'm just putting Katina as a
Ham?
member really quick. So that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, I'm just adding.
I don't want ham.
I think we're all getting pizza right now.
I'm getting a frozen lemonade.
Okay.
There's actually some things that when she has the chance that she's probably going to end up selling off because she has no need for it, or give it to whoever who wants to do it. Do that.
Son of a bitch, I thought I muted myself.
Nope, we heard ham.
Oh.
I was waiting on a pizza.
Wait,
know
what's going on?
We know your disdain for ham and pork products.
Stop it.
Apparently looting and just to sell things off.
Yep.
I love how Havoc's just trying to bring someone, like, desperately trying to bring someone back. Meanwhile, these people over here are playing in a man's chest cavity like they're school children on a snow day.
Well, hey, you can come on over and join us. It's therapy. It's our version of therapy.
It's not good therapy, Connell.
Says you. We're on the shadow plane.
I need Katina to make a perception check.
Ooh,
You know,
right up
I
her
could just
alley.
imagine with Snow's head smash like that. It's just like from straight up from Dead Space. Just stomp.
Right. Oh, here it is.
Kalani starts clipping through the floor.
I've now just been reminded that everyone can still move that piece. You can't get that body to come alive. It just starts swooshing in the
Oh, no, it's in the
Pinball effect.
wall! Oh, son of a bitch. Just your arm's sticking out now. God damn it.
29 perception.
I mean, you can still loot so long as a little bit of the body is showing.
Did anyone grab the loot? what's the movie? Is it Beetlejuice? Like shake, 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 Senora.
Shake it out the time. Shake, 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 Sonora. How do I?
So let me do this because that solves that. Okay. Second off, with that 29 perception check, this whole area was being shrouded by a spell known as, I just looked it up, Private Sanctum. I'm gonna post a description here because shortly after that moment that just happened with Captain Snow, well, pretty much Captain Snow and Gunner. After that moment happened, the spell's beginning to like fade at this point, and you're this cloud that was kind of preventing you from seeing the outside of this area is slowly starting to disperse. Alright. The spell's posted on roll 20, but with your 29 perception, as the this black darkened like curtain of a cloud begins to slowly dissipate, you can see where you are located, these same hallway that all of you took towards the entrance. It looks like the elevator shaft is still in the same place. The only difference is that as I mentioned before, the world looks a little bit less with like a little bit less color in the world, where things all come in a variation of like shades of white to gray to black. This is a new experience for members such as like you and you and a toner, where several of your other members may have already been born without like being able to see things in various colors. So this is just something you spot at first before everyone else does. With that 29 perception, you're not getting a sense of any creatures or anything directly in front of you, but you just get a sense of like the spells beginning to fade, and you can see that elevator that all of you took.
Right.
Well, the elevator that actually you took to catch up to them,
Mm.
because since Katina came separately, you would have been the last one to use it.
Okay.
So that's what you spot as everyone else is doing what they're doing.
All right.
And I'm actually going to I want to ask actually for the party, did you want to take a rest here? And we'll take this as either a short or a long rest, depending on what you want to do, or would you want to I guess begin to hightail back or see what else has changed?
I mean, Snow's gonna try to reach Jobron to see how things are going topside.
When you send out a message to Jobron, you don't get a response back at all.
And she's gonna try to ping the ship then to get in touch with the ship AI.
When you ping the ship, you additionally do not get a response.
We might have a problem.
Really? I thought we were gonna have a picnic.
Fun aside, either these walls are blocking my transmission or something has cut us off from the ship in Jobron.
Something tells me we've been cut off for more than just that. And I get up and I start walking toward Kalani's body.
I'm not gonna put the body back because everyone's gonna
That's fine.
toss and fling it.
I
But
understand. People did not respect the dead in this room.
you will respect your dead ally in this room. I'm sure.
I have a feeling that
After
he
you
most
just stab
certainly
the
will
other
not.
one.
I don't think he's gonna.
I think it depends on the definition of respect here.
And Jubilee's going to reattach to Snow, and so they're just moving around as one again.
Okay. It looks like everyone's kind of like just together at this point, or close to being together. Is the toner still kind of like face down onto the ground, like
Yes.
in a bit of
Yes, he is.
exhaustion?
He is just like out.
Okay, so as a group, you do all see that as well. Toner just looks like he's taking a breather. When we go back to last session, you did notice he took a big pounding from the anti-toner. That's body is probably placed not too far away from where toner is currently.
Oh yeah, he pretty
I
much
think
like
it's actually right next to, yeah.
he like finished stabbing him and then just sort of like rolled over to like lean against the same wall and then just sort of like flop.
Oh, and,
Oh, there's a
um,
new person.
I'm just placing it next to toner because I feel like narrative-wise it looks
and
really cool.
Brendan, could you put my updated token on the board?
Yeah, let me make
Because
sure
for
that
some
I
reason
got
it's
it right
not letting me
here.
do that.
The updated one. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Blue.
Thank you.
Oh,
Is it okay, you can control it too. Great. All right. As a group, what do you all want to do at this point?
Snow's going to shift all the bodies off and just mound them up over here after stripping them, and then try to readjust the toner before sitting down next to him.
I did actually miss a bit of describing the scenery and things that were going on. In the midst of that battle, all of you heard this machine running, gears beginning to grind, and some like heavy machinery underneath of you beginning to run. As the spell began to fade and the curtains began to dissipate away, the machinery that you would have been able to see through the, I'm gonna say, the ice that's placed there, which would have been like glass footing, um, seems to stop running at this point. That was something I should have mentioned at the start of the session, and I just remembered just now.
Fine. So how long are we gonna sit here in this fucking ice cavern?
Probably not too long if we have no connection to the ship or Jobron.
10 minutes then. As I'm just like staring off in a random direction, not even like acknowledging anybody.
And Snow is very much doing the same. Her eyes are still blacked out.
Is Havoc gonna take 10 minutes as well, or is Havoc still focused on Kalani?
like she's stopped, but she's like still like crouched over the body and just kind of looking at it,
Okay.
like real sad.
Within the 10 minutes that pass, nothing seems to no sounds can be heard like from anywhere. The machine's not running at this point. The service elevator that's in front of you was just stationary the whole time. You didn't even hear like the sound of rats like skittering or anything like that in front of you. It's just been like a very silent 10 minutes besides what any of your party members would have said in that 10 minutes in talking. But overall, a successful, uninterrupted 10 minutes pass.
And with recovery 10 minutes, that's like a resolve point to recover all your stamina.
Yes.
I will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh, whoops, wrong one.
And once when that rest is up, she's going to shake a toner awake.
Okay.
Pained groan.
Come on, big guy. We gotta get back to the ship. If it's still there.
I just saw the Yamcha thing. That's great.
Yeah, and basically all Katina did was while they were taking 10 minutes, she was just patiently waiting around and just moving around the cavern to see if there was anything that we might have missed or anything.
So within the 10 minutes that happen, you do take a look. Katina just happens to survey everything, make sure all bits of like gear that could have been acquired was taken from all the enemies. When you see Katina going left and right, it looks like it could be a mixture of like the fact that you're several layers down and it's colder down here just as it is on the outside surface, that Katina may be trying to stay warm, or you're certain that Katina's just trying to stay alert to make sure no other surprises happen to the party. Either way, it's a successful 10 minutes with no interruptions, though.
And after the 10 minutes is over, the Snow's irises return to the normal, but the rest of her eyes are still blacked out. And she also has the that scarf on as well.
Nice. Okay. Your 10 minutes pass. You shake a toner. Awake after the 10 minutes. How's the toner feeling?
Like a 7 out of an 83.
Haha.
But he has full stamina, so that's one thing. Yeah, you'll see him like reach into his pouch and pull out 3 Mark 1 healing serums and just sort of just chug them all.
Nice.
Like that one wrestler that like does like the beer can smash thing.
Oh
Can't
my
remember his
god.
name off the top of my head.
Just chugging serums.
Steve Austin.
I think so, yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It took me a second. I'm like, I should know this one.
Oh, that's actually a really good serum. Or serum use.
Were there any other additives other than the D8s?
Nope, just 3d8.
Hmm.
Or 1d8 for each one, and he drank 3 of them.
Oh, you had your D8s. Let's go.
Should have had a D8.
I was literally about to make that joke.
Your D8 this morning.
I
The
got
race was a pun.
I have telepathic message for a reason.
Don't worry, Toner. You get to avoid an icicle in your body for that joke. What's your AC again?
This was the PvP I didn't plan to happen.
Chaos.
You
Oh,
thought
boy.
last week was bad.
I mean, they,
Here, Gunner,
We can't keep going an episode without somebody dying. It's our shtick now.
yeah, that's
hey, Gunner,
why
how
our
good are
ship
you at
is.
saves.
Depends what's the save, because I'm pretty much 9 or 10s.
Haha. Haha. It will not save you.
Surprised. Also, I can just shoot myself and get a second roll.
Oh,
There's,
There's that.
okay.
That's like
Like-
some Persona type stuff right there.
I mean,
Pull the
is
trigger.
overall there is a reason why our ship is called the Pyrrhic Odyssey.
For the
Ugh. Where are we going now?
Yep.
That choice is for all of you to make.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna pick up Kalani's body and start heading for the door.
Is the toner getting up?
I follow.
Yeah, he's getting up. But like as he does, he's gonna like, as they're leaving, he's just gonna like do a sad backward look back at evil
De-
Toner.
Defiler? Was that the name that
Yeah.
we ended up
Yes.
sticking with? Yeah. Yeah, you didn't get the like Scott Pilgrim version where you both can get ice cream or something afterwards. You got the this town ain't the big enough for the both of us ending. But okay, all of you begin to exit and head over to the service elevator. Again, at this point, when you step out, I should probably switch maps real quick.
As the toner passes by Havoc, she looks over at him, gets up, walks over to him, looks up at him right in the eyes, and just gives him a big ol' hug.
Aw.
Wait, who are you?
I was
hugging?
just starting to move pieces just to have you all closer to the service cellar, but the line that you choose right now is okay. Once you step onto the service elevator, it is functional, so it's just, I guess, sure, we'll do it this way. Give me an order, or at least who's the who's going to be where.
Snow's going to be searching like each of the rooms on the way out to make
Okay.
sure that nothing is left behind. She's just gonna loot the fuck out of this place.
I think Gunner is with and Kalani carrying Kalani's bodies in front.
Yeah, I
And
was.
And I'm in second. I'm right behind.
Yeah, I would say given a toner's condition, he's probably in the rear.
And Snow's also gonna be in the back because she's just going from room to room and clearing everything out.
It's going to take me a second, only because with the module, since you are in a different realm, like all the rooms stay the same and this and that, but I'm gonna actually take some things out of the old module. I want to award you for taking the time. Like, hey, I'm gonna take the time to loot it. So give me a second to get back to you on what it is.
Yeah.
But during like character development parts, I'm gonna skim through and put a list both in Roll20 and in Discord.
And Snow's like, you took one of our crewmen. I'm taking everything from you.
I
By
got
the
his
way,
back
was
shaver.
that the I Am Become Death guy?
What?
Was that the I Am Become Death
Yes,
guy
that
that
was
we've been
him.
after this time? Okay.
It was the guy who at least had that playing in his room. He was not the guy who was saying the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the I am become deaf guy.
Yeah, his skull is now smeared across the ice down there.
His
Now, he
entrails are
is
just
dead.
staying frozen to the floor.
So that arc is knocked out now. So I will update it with the gear that you find as we get to a good point. So I'm assuming you're gonna go floor by floor by floor.
Yep.
I mean, I would have just gone straight to the first floor.
You're
If I was
ready
on
to
the
go.
button,
It,
straight to the first floor.
You're
Snow
ready to
ends
go
up
to the first
hitting.
floor, and Cap Snow smashes every button in between like a child, like a.
I mean, if that's the case, then I just stay on the elevator, let the doors close, and go to the first floor.
As soon as Snow steps off the elevator, you're pressing the door
Close
close
door
button
button.
1,000 times.
Yep.
You wait to excel upwards, and Snow hacks into it to make it stay on the floor.
She probably would hit all the buttons, but she wouldn't interfere with it other than that. She's just gonna go floor by floor after that.
So
Does it look like Buddy the Elf doing it from like Elf?
It's more along the lines of she just glides her hand over top of it and all the buttons automatically push.
It's a Christmas tree.
So you get off at the third floor, doors close, and I just wait there till I get to the first floor and then get off.
Okay, for story purposes, who's going to go with Gunner? Who's going to stay with Snow? For story purposes.
I am with Gunner.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you on the elevator.
Toner, Havoc.
Havoc is going to be practically attached to a toner.
Yeah, I was actually going to offer, picking up Havoc and putting her on his shoulder.
Oh, not like that.
No, I'm glad you're alive, but we ain't like that. Being cool.
I am so happy I was at least able to save one person today. But don't get any ideas.
Yes, I remember when you put that healing potion in their mouth.
No. I almost choked on a jelly bean, you son of a bitch.
In character or out?
Where the
Who
fuck would
knows? Have its emergency stash of jelly beans.
Havoc would have an emergency stash of jelly beans.
It's fine. You don't have to breathe.
Can
So
you
you can't choke.
confirm having jelly beans? Is
No.
this a no?
Probably not. Actually, you know what? Sure.
You just put your hand through an ethereal plane little portal and pull out some jelly beans.
It's just fucking It's just fucking Starburst jelly beans.
Oh gosh.
I mean,
Bigger question: is the flavor licorice?
Oh hell no.
even Havoc's like, nah.
Oh hell no. What's those?
That shit's evil.
Ew, gross.
Either way, are you going to be going up to the first floor, or are you going to stay by your captain? I guess a toner is making that call. If
Yep.
you're going to be like with a toner.
Probably not like with, but like guard, like standing by the elevator, like waiting.
Okay. Like security guard status.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
elevator bouncer.
Brandon.
All right. Listening.
I have been wondering, between the loss of Kalani, especially at Snow's hands, and then everything else, do any memories show up? It's been a while since I asked that question.
It has. I may have to get back to you on that in the middle of the session, because I want to make one up on the spot, but I need time for my brain to think a little bit.
Cool. So
Yeah, I'm gonna say it does. I'm just gonna brainstorm a bit while we continue the adventure. Let me put that in the roll 20 so I can keep thinking about it.
So yeah, Snow's gonna be looting the shit out of this place floor by floor, putting everything into like the pocket dimension in her arm.
Okay.
And then anything that doesn't fit, she's gonna start loading up onto Twitch.
So Captain Snow, a Toner, and Havoc are all the B team, the scavenging team. I will put it that way. Just to get any and every bit of supplies, any bit of stash, and anything you can collect out the building. I'm going to switch the camera over to Katina and Gunner. Once you arrive onto the first floor, what are you going to do, or what do you plan on doing? Just waiting, heading back towards the ship?
I was gonna head to where I think the ship is.
Okay. Katina's doing the same thing.
Yeah, I just am gonna follow him, just make sure everything's alright. That we
Okay.
don't get. I mean, he's carrying Kalani's body, so I'm pretty much going to be the main person to keep an eye out for any possible issues.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Alright.
Which one? Both of us, or
Both of you.
Oh,
38?
Wow. And 27. Okay. Well, but 27 with a 38. When you arrive onto the first floor, you walk past the. I don't have the map up just yet, but when you walk through the main area, that like hubbed area with all the computers where you saw people kind of linked into the machine through wires and things like that, it looks just like a dead zone. Some of the spaces don't even have a computer at them. And again, everything's in different variations, like shades of gray in front of you. But once you head back towards the where your ship is supposed to be, you notice that your ship isn't there, as well as Joberon. The snow itself is beginning to pile up, and you see a mound of snow where your ship was placed before, but no ship currently there, and any gear that would have been on it, you're not seeing any like trail or anything of it.
Oh, my pets.
This is when you find out if Joe Braun is good with pets or not.
Yeah, we'll see. I guess we will.
Bill Gates, no.
You feed this thing like a Tomodachi, right?
Oh,
It's a Neopet, right?
just inside of it like a fucking snuggie, like Luke Skywalker does.
Dear God, Neopets.
Oh.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna turn. It's like you had a ship parked here, apparently.
Used to. I just put down Kalani's body. I look around to see if the others have arrived, which I assume at this point they're still raiding the first floor because they're looking in every single little nook and cranny.
Yeah.
Like, well, looks like we got some time. And I pull out my gun and I point it at her.
Oh,
Wait, you do what?
I pull out my gun and I point it at Katina.
oh, oh, oh.
Now give me one good fucking reason why I should trust you.
Oh.
How about I kind of help save your asses back there a little
Yeah, you somehow found us at a black site run by a company that has been hunting us down. Yet somehow you just conveniently found us. Huh?
I've been
You think
here.
that makes sense?
I've been here longer than you have.
How
I've
long?
been-
You working
I've
for them?
been- No,
Then why were you here?
probably the same reason you are.
Then tell me why we were here.
Let me guess.
My hell though.
Something to do where the guy in charge of this company was coming after you for whatever reasons he had.
Yeah, I literally just said that. That doesn't prove anything.
Hey guys, I can't find the butthole.
Remember the good old days? Where Gunnar didn't have to literally think that everyone was an enemy until proven they weren't.
Fuck. I feel like that's a meme now. Whenever something super serious is happening, someone just has to call out. Hey, I
Can't find the butthole.
I can't find the butthole.
can't find the butthole.
I can't hear what you're saying.
I don't know about your exact reasoning for why you are here, but I was asked to come here to infiltrate this black site.
By who?
My employers.
And that is?
Not your concern at this time.
You're giving me more reasons to shoot you than to let you walk away.
I see that you're a soldier or operative type like me. You understand what it's like to bounty hunt.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's my main occupation, which means that killing people is not a second thought in my mind when it comes to people. So be thankful that I'm even giving you a chance to talk.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
That makes two of us.
You think you can take me? That's cute. So I'm gonna ask this once, and you be very fucking honest. Do you have any ill will toward my crewmates?
Of course not.
Sense motive.
Ready? Ah!
Weren't you guys on?
Well, I mean, you gotta answer the. What were you being very truthful of it? Just because I did get 34, I don't know if you can deceive your way.
Was.
Okay.
I have no reason to lie to you.
Okay.
And I'm like, weren't you the group that was on the asteroid that got blown up?
You mean New Elysium?
Yeah.
We were before it turned into a nuclear crater.
I was there too. Or don't you remember?
So are you a ghost? Is what you're saying here? Are we being haunted by someone who got nuked?
No, I ended up being saved.
And also, no, I don't know you. I literally never met you. Which out of game, I'm pretty sure we've literally never run into each other.
Yeah, she only ran into
Oh.
Captain Snow during that
Yeah, so
whole
I have
thing.
literally no idea who you are or like any relation that you have with anybody else on the crew.
Oh
That's
gosh.
why it's like, this is especially for one, he's never met you, and you showed up at a black site where we were fighting someone who also took control of one of our friends.
And you
So
don't have
there's-
any party members to like assist and
Exactly.
help out.
Yep.
No
Wow.
one there. So this is very like I didn't just do this out of whim. This is very much he is used to having to question everybody, especially when it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair. Wow.
Yeah,
I believe
see,
it was,
I built this. I didn't see it coming, but in the moment I'm like, yes, this is perfect actually.
yeah, I believe I had run into momentarily your captain during the event, and I was helping the other little Yasaki as well, I believe. I was helping out with in the trying to think back.
I mean, if you need help, I can tell you.
Yeah, I know.
From what I remember, you guys went into the vents to deal with
Yeah.
the moth issue.
We went into
Yeah.
the events. Only Snow ended up coming out because Havoc, Maz was unable to make the next prior like,
Yeah,
sessions.
number of them.
And you had switched characters in that time as well. So the two rats had their own little adventure while everyone else was doing the other thing.
Oh boy.
That's cute. You said the two little rats had a little adventure.
And then their adventure ended with a nuke.
Oh,
Yep.
God. And one of them absorbing the souls of all the thousands of people that were on board.
She continues. It's like, yeah, I was helping. I believe it was your captain and that other little Yosoki with the moth issue in the vents.
He's just gonna stare at you for a moment. He's gonna look over to Kalani. He's gonna look back at you.
You two look familiar for some reason.
And then he pulls his gun down, puts it in his pocket.
I
You have
need a
one chance.
second perception check from
both.
of you.
28.
Ooh, 17 plus. I believe it was my 19 perception. Yep, 17, 19.
What was the total? 19?
34?
Should be a 36.
36. Oh, 17 plus 19. I saw 17 equals 19.
I mean, it says
Yeah.
17 equals
Yeah.
19.
Yeah. I got you. That yeah, 20,
We got it.
28 and 36. Let me roll this out really quick. Okay, all right. Although this conversation is happening between the two of you, you're still not seeing. Everything is still in shades of gray, as I've mentioned prior. However, you both hear something. It sounds a bit faint. Actually, I guess with Gunner's like enhanced hearing, you both kind of hear this. It sounds a bit faint, but you see like a pack of these like flying creatures. They look like they're over like 100 feet away from you currently at the time. They're not intentionally flying your direction, but they're flying as a pack and just hovering around. The creatures themselves,
Thank you.
let's see what they look like. These creatures resemble like a pterodactyl, but instead of having facial features of a pterodactyl, you see like waves of like curly hair from the back of them and like jaws, sharp like teeth that extends out from them. They don't have any eyes, they don't have any nose, just like these jaws that stick outward. And they look to like and have these veins sticking out. They're a bright like moon kind of color. And you see that they aren't flying towards you, but they are around at the moment. There's about 5 of them.
Then I won't turn it into a disc. I will keep my gun out.
Yeah, I wanted to mention as soon as I heard you putting the gun to the side, I was like, wait. Hold up.
Okay.
I pull out my gun and I take a better look, and that's right, I did. Okay. Hold on. That's right, I got rid of that. Okay. Yeah. I basically take out my gun and get into a crouching position, aiming towards them, and just basically in a wait and see if they're gonna get any closer, and if
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand exactly where I was, pretty much like over Kalani's body, and just watch them and finish off by saying, "You get one chance to prove yourself to me. But if there is ever a chance where I think you're going to hurt my crew, or you choose your employers over them, I will make sure that no one finds where you're buried. Welcome to the crew."
Yay!
There we go.
Snow picking up a keyboard and throwing it across the room.
Right. We switched
Havoc,
the,
isn't
Now
this?
that said, let me tell you about our dental offer.
yeah, we switched the camera over to the rest of the party members. Snow just smashing a keyboard up against a wall. Just like, I
Havoc,
know that there's a chip in here somewhere or something like that.
Havoc, isn't this a thing your people do all the time? Smashes another keyboard.
Wait, I don't remember that.
Who are my people?
Who are my people? What does that mean? Is that a race thing?
Snow starts muttering and Vlakin.
Well, what do you say? Because apparently a toner knows it.
A toner could hear.
So the B team begins to, or I guess I should say, a toner. You just stand on guard duty, making sure making sure that nothing gets by like anything. As you see Captain Snow go into one room, you're just surveillancing everything. Again, every floor that all of you visit, and Snow begins to tinker with some things, dig into others, smash other bits of things. It's just this awkward silence with everything. The only sound being any sound that all of you create, and it's just feels like a very abandoned um, establishment here. Snow, when you go to inspect these rooms, some of these rooms, as I mentioned prior, on like the first floor, some of the rooms that had computers prior don't have computers when you look at them here. The surveillance for all of these rooms, none of these rooms appear to have any type of camera located in the corners like the ones that you did before. When you go to check out the maintenance rooms where you could kind of inspect what's on each floor, on the normal plane, those were like a tier 4 computer, where these are all like a tier 1 or tier 2. And as you just go through the research, a lot of this stuff seems to be like a dubbed down version replica, almost like this was a starting point for them. And then they went onto your plane of existence and built it as like this being the blueprint of everything, if that makes sense. So you begin to kind of collect data as you're going forth, and you see that this current shadow plane version that you end, this is the starting point of Eclipse Innovation, and it began to rise on the normal plane of existence that all of you were on. So you do collect several things along the way, some of which looks to be, I guess I'm foreshadowing because I don't know what it is. Some of it looks to be like good things to sell. I hope that there's
she's
something that's worth your while when you take a
and
look through it.
she's gonna be taking anything that seems valuable or important and smashing everything else as she goes.
But you get a good sense of comfort as you're smashing into this stuff, no interruptions, and once the whole process is done from the third floor, the second floor, and the first floor, as all of you take the service elevator from the first floor up to the top floor, this is where I'm going to say that both Katina and Gunner notice that the sound that the elevator is making while all of you are going up, as you both hear this sound, you see that flock of the five of them heading towards your direction, and one of them begins to like kind of dive directly downwards towards all of you. And I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative. I'm also going to show a picture of it, and I'm going to say that for everyone on the elevator, you're going to come one round after this happens because the elevator is rising up, and that sound is what triggered everything.
Yeah, going up the elevator. Snow, of course, now has a big grin on her face from doing all that, and the darkness is starting to creep back into her iris.
So let's go back to this map. I'm going to delete everything that says clear. I'm just going to delete everything on this map that's text and then re-put everyone back on.
Yeah,
So
also, if you could put my updated token, because
you got it.
it's still the old token again.
All right, that should be all the text. So we are going to. Did I actually? I'm gonna remove Jobron at the top. And this is still up here. That's great.
Yeah, she has the oh, what is that ability? She has the constant alert feat, so I get to re-roll my initiative, and I win automatic prize. That's an FYI. That's why she has a 27.
That's everyone, right?
I still don't see the new map yet.
Oh, I'm on the new map. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, and the turn order.
There we go.
When I said I was gonna update everyone's stuff, I was looking at this map and like, yeah, I got you covered. Yeah, I had Joe Brown was still here and like Devil Bill Gates was still here at the top, and I pinged it and I thought everyone saw it, but I guess not. Okay. So that's one. Let me add everyone else to the initiative board.
Hey, now with the new token, Twitch is finally underneath Snow. Now I have to put in the info again.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Gunner and Katina choose whatever spaces they want to be on as they were preparing for these things to fly down. I'm gonna have everyone else be on
Can't
a
move my token.
space that's an elevator. Uh-oh. Did I get the opposite?
Huh?
Why is it always me that can't move my token?
Okay, should
Oh,
be
that
good
was
now.
opposite.
There we go.
Can Katina be moved?
Yeah.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna go through the initiative now that everyone's piece should be good to go. So Snow is there. Katina's a 27. Wait, You said it's a 27 now, right?
Yeah, because of my feat that I have, I can re-roll my initiatives.
All right, I'm gonna put the order real quick. Okay, I'm gonna find the first. I wonder if they have one here for like a pterodactyl. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this pterodactyl one here. I'm gonna put 5 of them on the board. All right, and that can be seen right on the right side by everybody. Okay, so the one is I'm gonna set one of them a little bit closer because he's gonna be the first one to dive. I'm gonna send the picture on Discord and then I'm gonna roll their initiative in that order. So we'll do this here. Okay, this is what it looks like. And the initiative +6.
No, jeez.
What the creature looks like?
Yeah,
9.
that's kind of cool looking.
And I also just saw your question. Did anyone claim the white carbon skin armor? Nobody has claimed it, but Snow would have taken the white force field.
Well, because the force field's part of it, isn't it?
It's a modifier. It could be taken out and applied to something else.
Ah,
All right. All 5 of these are the same enemy. You're going to see one of them that has the red dot. That's just to remind me that that's the one that's on the initiative tracker. But he has a 9 total. So whenever you are ready, I'm going to give this round to just Katina, Gunner, and the enemies. And then we're going to follow up with this initiative. So, Katina, you got first off. This one,
alright.
the one that you see begins charging towards you, and that starts the combat here.
Alright. Well, since I picked up the Hailstone Storm Zero pistol from off of Kalani, that's the one that I've taken.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and try to take a shot at the creature. Let me see. Trying to make sure. Okay, I'm gonna do my full attack, so I get a triple attack. And I'm gonna try to put my trick attack towards it.
Oh,
Well, wait, we discussed this last time.
yeah. Yeah, you have to pick either or.
Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah, because the way it works is that the trick attack is its own unique type of full action.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's right. I'll wait until it gets a little closer to trip attack it then. I'll just do my normal triple attack. And let's see. 27.
27 hits.
Okay. I'm gonna go through the hits first. Then a 25.
25 also hits.
Alright. And a 1.
Oh, welcome back to the group.
Welcome to the group.
1
Oy.
plus, and that 1 plus, that would be 13, 14, 15. I doubt that's on a hit.
Nope.
All right. Well, tell me when to stop moving these cards.
Alrighty, and now let me get the.
What were you
first-
firing?
It's the cryo pistol that I have.
All right. So energy. Oof, boy. Okay. Spite your face. You take half weapon damage and move one step down the charisma poison track.
Okay. So from the 2 hits that it did take, it takes a 4 and a 7, and then that third. You said half of the damage, so that's 4 points. Okay. 4 points down. Alright, and I'm part of the poison track now.
Yep, the charisma poison track.
Okay. Alright. Let me pop that up.
Finally added the modifiers from that Celestial Stole, so now Snow has 10 cold resistance.
Alright, so now I am weakened. So -2 on charisma-based checks and
Saves, yeah.
saves. Alright. Let me check real quick.
Might have spoken too soon.
Oh no.
I'm just double checking. She has enhanced kinetic damage resist of a +8, so that basically negates, right? At least the damage.
You said you have enhance
I have
resist.
enhanced resistance feat, which I took the kinetic damage resistance.
Well, this isn't kinetic, this is cryo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So you take the full damage.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Yes.
in relation to your question about like reducing the damage, even if you would reduce it completely,
It would still be 1.
It would
you
still be
always
1.
take 1 minimum.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Yeah, because I have that feat too, and my damage resistance is actually pretty chunky. It's 16 at the moment.
Alright, so that's your attack.
So that was mine.
Okay, I'm gonna try for the first time because I just got it. Soldier's Onslaught, which allows me to do 3 attacks at a -6. With
Ooh.
my Sniper's Aim, that's a -5. Gonna do Deadly Aim, which would give me a -2 to my attacks, but my bipod bypasses that, so I'm working at a -5 with my attacks currently.
Okay,
So here comes
let's
2.
do this.
And then one more.
Mm.
So 17 for the first one, 24 and 19.
Yep, looks like it.
Why is the 19?
That's a crit 1.
Oh gosh.
A nat 1.
Wait, how's
Yeah, for orange ones.
Yeah.
This is why I don't use online roller. I gave it one chance, and now I'm never doing it again.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause
So I assume
your
one of them
max
hit.
roll was like a 10.
Yeah, I do much better than that.
This is all against which armor class?
EAC, because it's
EAC?
our Skybind.
2 of those hit.
Wow.
2 of those hit. I guess the other one would have hit, but it was in that one. But 2 of
The
those do
19
hit.
would have hit.
A
Yeah, the
19
17
would have
hit,
hit.
yeah.
It flat-footed, yes.
So
Because
all of them hit?
Yeah.
Alright, well,
It's like,
I'll take them.
I mean, technically all of them would hit,
Yeah,
but you would
because
still
it's-
get that card on the nat 1.
Yeah, no worry, I know that.
Yeah.
So let me just do
Yeah.
my damage before I do that.
You're
then.
Does Starfinder like
with you catching
or
it.
even if your modifiers
Go ahead.
make it hit a nat 1 still auto misses?
Usually with Starfinder, even when, like, especially, like, the rule set specifically usually states with the nat 20, because it's so fucking rare that you'll roll a nat 1 and have modifiers high enough. But with, like, a nat 20, you could roll, like, a natural 20, and even with your modifiers being less than the armor class, you will still hit. But you won't get any of the beneficial, like, extra damages or anything else to it.
Yeah, so I was just wondering if the opposite also applied to nat 1s.
I would assume so. Where it's like you still beat its armor class, but like you get the penalties of a nat 1 as well.
We'll say it hits.
So,
We'll say it hits the penalty. You get the card. I think it's
Okay.
awesome. You for the first time the 3 attacks they were all successful, and you might have just strained
the weapon
someone.
overheated or something, even though it's
Yeah.
cold.
Yep.
So first hit will be 5, 10, 15, 19. No, wait. 5, 10, 15, 21, 24. 24
This is gonna be some
27.
damage.
plus, so 37 plus my half, which is now 5, right? What's my base damage bonus? How do I check that on this thing?
Your Bab.
Oh, it's right there. So it's 1
you-
per level.
Yeah, it
Looks
should
like.
just be 11.
So it'd be
for you.
11, which is half, so roughly 5. So what was my last number again?
You said 37. You said
So
20.
37 plus 5.
Yep.
So that would be 37, 30, 39, 40, 42 points of
42.
damage for that one.
Okay, 42. Keep going.
Okay. 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, 42, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, almost
And my last hit.
dead. This hit will do it definitely.
5, 11, 13, 15, 18, 21, 31. Actually, no, it's 32 because I'm 11 now. 32 plus 2, 3, 34, 4, 5, 36, 37. 37 points of damage.
Okay, you take it out. What's it look like?
Icicle, 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 and then it just falls to the ground. And as that last
It's
icicle
just-
pops out, my gun flies in a random direction.
Oh. It's just May's icicle gun.
So 4d6. Jesus Christ, it flies.
Wow, it flies.
Whew.
It gone
Oh, there it goes.
in a random direction. In the direction opposite from your target. So it would have flown just behind me.
So into the elevator. Or beyond the elevator.
I'm going back
Havoc
down.
in the fucking nose.
You know what? They're coming up. You're armored right now, right? For
I
snow.
mean, yeah, I definitely
Like
have my armor. Oh, you. Okay.
Oh, I meant
You just
I
have a
meant for
gun
Captain
fall from
Snow,
the
like
sky.
yeah, because I was gonna say if Snow has like if Snow is strapped up in armor, I would say like it flings out of your hand, and like that third shot, you just wasn't ready for it, and it kind of like dings up on Captain Snow's armor, so it's
Bonk.
there, but you know.
Yeah, Snow never took off her armor, so
Yeah, so
clink. The fuck?
so yeah, it makes a clink sound as it kind of like dings up against Snow's armor. Doesn't leave a mark or anything of that nature, but you know, you might get some looks being the sniper that can't hold a gun when
Well,
the
luckily it's
elevator
not a
gets
sniper
to the
now,
top.
is it?
Oh,
You're right.
stars, my
It's only a
nose.
carbine.
You're absolutely right.
I'm out of my element.
Okay.
And the other one would have been that I provoke attacks of opportunity from threatening opponents, but there's no attack opportunities right now.
Correct. So the other at the end of your turn, there's no movement, right? That was your.
That was it. Yeah, I did a full attack, so no movement as it is.
The top two are gonna fly towards Katina. The bottom two are gonna fly towards you. They're gonna just do their movement and do a single attack because of the movement. So I'm gonna roll twice, and these will be for Katina right now. Let me see. This is going to be a.
May I do something?
Currently out of your line of sight.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still in
Yeah.
the elevator?
We're coming
Okay.
up the elevator.
They're gonna have
Gotcha.
just one round of just them, like just those two, and then at the start of this wave, I'm gonna say the elevator's at the top.
Okay.
So these two attacks are gonna be towards Katina.
Yeah.
Now, I have to move this one, so that way it's near Katina, and these two are gonna be moved there. All right, these two attacks are going to be with a plus 17 to them for Katina. So 34 and a 20 against your, I believe this is kinetic. Let me double check. As they begin to like head over towards you, and you see where their mouths are located. They have this like feeding lance, a tight cylinder of long quills begin to kind of extend out to try to latch onto you. With a 30, it's piercing, so yes, kinetic. A 34 and a 20 total. 17 and 17. 34. Yep.
So my main question is for you and the rest of the group. A, would I have the chance to have gotten that carbon skin? And B, would I have been able to don it?
I mean, during the rest, yeah.
If you would have, it would have been during the rest. Because other than that, everyone was like in traffic going somewhere, and then you and Gunner were just at the ready for this attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's why I'm saying yes or no, because if you're gonna allow me to do the new armor, then I have to recalculate.
Also, a thing to remember: unless a armor is specifically tailored to your body type, it will be either unfitting or not very covering for you. It have to be tailored to you.
And they were humans, so I wouldn't have been able to wear them yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll end up hitting since I'm still in my old armor. So
Okay. These next two attacks are going to be towards Gunner. And again, these are both with a plus 17. So first and second. So a 28 and 17 and 18, a 35? 35 against your KAC.
35 will hit.
Okay, so since one of them is going to hit both of you, I'm going to roll damage once and it'll apply to both.
Okay.
Let's see. Damage for this creature is 1d8 plus 11, which
So 1 point of
maximum
damage.
die.
Oh, how much is that?
1d8
So
plus
19?
11. 19 total.
So 8 damage.
And as this thing begins to latch on to you, I need both of you to make a fortitude saving throw.
I ain't rolling for that on this.
Alright.
You already showed me its colors.
And
Yeah,
that was
that's-
kinetic damage.
That's why the only time I do the online roller in this is for like the initiative rolls or like the minor little things. Other than that, I roll my own dice, and I already have all the information like listed right there for me to calculate it.
So what is this?
I have a
fort save?
loyalty to all of you, so whatever you feel is your comfort zone, I'm okay with it.
Alright, so that
This
was
is a
kinetic
fortitude.
damage.
Okay, that's a 22.
Quick 5 seconds. Yes, it was piercing damage, so it went against your kinetic armor class.
Okay, so my
Um,
D8 takes care of that, so that was just the 11 that extra that you had set up, right?
Yeah,
Because you said
Um,
11, the 8 plus the 11.
yeah, it was a total of 19. So the DR, if you had a DR of 8, then it'll just be the 11 piercing that
Right.
goes through.
Right, okay.
I almost felt that.
Second thing, is what the fort save I'm saving against either a poison or a disease.
The fort save
Yeah.
is a disease. Quick second. This is a disease.
Okay, so I get a plus 9 to my save because of my theme knowledge and my in one of my feats. The inoculation feat gives me my double my op edge. And then the
Okay,
DC
thanks.
is -5 for me to be able to get it.
Okay, what'd you get?
Alright, so let me roll. So plus 9. That would be a 14 on the die. Would be life sciences 19.
That saves. That saves. Okay.
Plus the 9 that I get for. So yeah.
So, out of these four that come like barreling straight at the both of you, one each kind of begins to latch onto it with like a bit of tendrils and the beaks that are on there. The rest of your party members are now just arriving at the top floor and is witnessing what's going on, and you see that their attention seems to like just be drawn to all of you. So now we're gonna go into the initiative order. So with this, Katina, you are first up.
Okay. He didn't attempt to trick me though, so that doesn't work. Alright. And so he hasn't latched on to me. Is that, or is he still latched on?
No, with its attack, I just described it as is latching on, but it had a successful attack. It's not anything that's going to hinder you with movement or be grappled. I was just giving flavor to it.
Alright, I am going to. Let's see. I am going to do my trick attack on. I'm going to do a trick attack on it with my uncanny shooter, which gives me no AOO provocation. So, just one attack with my trick. Alright, so first off, I attempt a bluff, intimidate, or stealth to see if I grab. Well, let me see if I actually hit first. Oh, yay, a nat 20. So, nat 20, so that's 234 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, and then I do for the trick attack part. I do a bluff, intimidate, or stealth check at a DC of 20 plus the target's CR.
And there's an energy weapon.
Yeah.
The target is dazzled for 3.3d6 minutes.
Okay, so it gets dazzled.
Which one are you aiming for? The one with the red dot or the one without? The red dot's only.
I'm gonna go to one in front of me. That one.
Got you. Okay, I'm gonna put a thing that says dazzle next to it, so I'll remember.
So it will be dazzled. So okay, I said bluff, intimidate, or stealth. Alright, so I'm gonna use my stealth. So an 11 and 23. So that's 34 against a CR, the CR of the creature plus 20.
CR of the creature plus 20. That's gonna you. It's not gonna succeed 34. It's lower
Okay.
than that.
Okay. If successful, it wasn't successful. So
Yeah.
good.
So trick attack is in full effect.
All right. So just regular damage then. That would be 9.
The trick attack was for 9, or was that the damage
No,
total?
that's the base damage.
Okay, so 9. Okay.
And then my trick attack was a 34, and you said that didn't make it.
No, the 34. It's so the 20 plus a CR is not over 34. It's under that. So trick attack would connect unless is that the trick attack damage?
No, I would do extra trick attack damage. That was
Okay.
damage.
So
I
apply the trick attack damage because the 34 exceeded, like it exceeded the number that it would have been.
Oh, okay. I just didn't.
It was a confusing thing, but we got through it.
Yeah. That would be another. Ooh, that's not 6. Hold on. I'll just do the thingy. 6d8. 6d8. Oh, that was a crappy roll. So that's the extra trick damage that it took. Don't mind my noise. So we're good now.
That's it.
Yep, that was it.
Okay.
Okay. Toner, lay the pain.
All right. Are these things in the air or like
Say that one more time.
are these things like still in the air or
They're flying, but both of the attacks, or I should say, all four of the attacks were all melee attacks. So they are within like arms length. If you were to go next to either one of those two.
all right. He's gonna go right here then and hit this one.
Okay.
Does a 39 hit?
39 does hit.
Oh yeah, and I've 1 point of attunement.
What was the very last thing you said? I'm sorry.
1 point of photon attunement.
Okay, 1 point photon. Got it.
Ooh, that was bad damage. Only
Oh.
31 damage.
What's a 21 come from?
Okay.
11 from my level. Then my strength mod. Then my charisma mod because of the fusion I have. And then +2 for being photon attuned.
Yep.
That's awesome.
This is where Solarians start dealing some punishment.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a fusion that's only available to Solarians that's that you can put on Solarian weapon crystals. I think it's called Soulfire, and it lets you add your charisma to your melee attack damage with that solar weapon.
Nice.
Yes, so it's basically you get to add 2 stat mods to your damage.
Instead of the normal one, that's sweet.
Laying the pain. There was the movement. There was the attack. Is there anything else you can do?
Well, actually, that was just the action because it was Stellar Rush.
Oh, right.
So he's going to use his Dark Matter ability to up his damage resistance by another +3.
Tank.
Kick its ass.
All right.
Kick its ass, Seabass.
That's it, right? You are
Yeah, that's
more
that's
of a
everything.
tank. You laid the pain, and the camera pans over to Gunner on the right side of you. Gunner, what's going
just-
on?
Turn to Jubilee or Snow and see my gun, like, gun please. And I wait for I'm gonna hold my action to do a full attack as soon as the gun gets back in my hands.
That's fair because Snow is directly behind you.
Exactly, like, gun please.
What happened to your icicle?
Oh, it's there. Give it a second. I assume you handed off to me.
This is
Yeah.
the like cinematics.
Okay, so
when
then
you're
I do my
watching-
full attack.
This is the cinematics when you're like watching a fight scene and like two allies are like, oh, like let's switch weapons, like an Avengers esque, like, oh, I got your shield, I got your hammer. Like,
And Snow's like,
like-
you drop this.
yeah,
That's an 18 plus 12. I assume that hits. That's a 30.
yeah, that hits.
Okay, so first attack against the guy right in front of me who probably pierced me.
Okay,
That's going to be. That was with deadly aim. So 11, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 31, no, 32, plus 5,
37.
so 37 points of damage for that one.
Okay,
Second attack. That's not gonna hit. That's a that's a 19 to hit.
yeah, definitely hits.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It was a 19 to hit total,
Yeah.
and it was EAC.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. Yeah, these guys
Just
are not
double
armored.
checking. If it was Casey, it would have missed. But if
Yeah,
it
I'm not used to rolling a 4 and still hitting. Because that with my reduction, it made it a 1, but it's not a natural 1.
in this gray world, everything is just easier.
Everything's
than
great. We should stay here forever.
Oh.
We're never leaving. We're never leaving.
It is great.
You know, I feel more at home than I've ever felt here. I wonder why, as darkness is seeping out of my body.
Let's not go back.
I don't want to be here.
11, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, turns into 20, 33, turns into 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 points of damage.
Okay, 37 followed by 38 points of damage. This thing is still standing, but it's
Very
pretty wounded. Yeah, it's very wounded.
It's bleeding a lot of icicle.
Icicles are definitely like weighing the wings down, and it's struggling.
Great. Now it's your turn.
Okay, so that was your held action. So now we cut back to Snow.
And Snow's gonna make a full attack as well.
Okay. Any movement or right where you are?
Right where she is.
Okay, cool.
Alright. That's an 18 plus numbers. And
That's
a
gonna hit.
16 plus numbers.
That's also gonna hit.
Alright, so that's 66 plus 14 for each. It's a 28 for the first.
Was there one for the second?
I'm counting it up now.
Oh, okay. I thought like my headset gave out on me.
It's all good.
It was eerie silence, and I was just like, "Oh no! Don't tell me my headset's dead."
And 32 for the second.
One more question. Which one did you target?
I mean, the one immediately close, and if that one died, then this damage for the second one would go to the other one.
So the first one most likely would have died from the first hit. I just didn't know how you feel about kill stealing in front of Gunner.
I don't care.
Oh, okay. All right. The first one would have died.
As long as it dies.
Yeah.
Gunner
matter.
and
So,
Snow just
the
have
20
that bond of they're dead. It doesn't matter.
Dead's dead. I ain't here for the glory. I'm here to survive.
The 28 puts the one out of its misery, and the 32 I'm applying to the second one, directly next to it.
Cool. And outside of that, she activates her new armor's shield, which is essentially the same strength as her normal ability shield.
Okay, that is applied, and we switch over to Havoc.
Hello. So I would like to thing. I'd like to spend a second level spell slot to use an Infinite Worlds ability. You cause a destabilizing event. It gives examples, but they're kind of infrequent. I'm gonna make it up to you. Essentially, they have to make a save or go prone. Would this work Would this work even though they're flying?
Yeah, I'll allow it. They drop.
Yeah, they collapse to
Okay.
the ground.
So
They will be going after you, but I mean, yeah, they'll drop.
this is fun. Called. So each creature within a 10-foot radius must make a called? Reflex save. But normally all y'all would be affected, but with my new paradigm shift, where is it? Shaped infinities. When you use infinite worlds, you can exclude up to 1 5-foot square per witch warper level from the effects area. So all y'all don't have to worry about a save.
Nice.
Only the enemies do.
Okay. I'm gonna do 3 saves. I'm gonna start with the first one that's dazzled and work my way down. So I'm gonna roll first, and then I'll switch to the tab. Okay. That has their stats.
Okay.
One is a nat 1, so the first one that's dazzle is just gonna take it. The second one is a 16. You said reflex.
Yes, reflex.
The reflex of these creatures are plus 10.
Oh
So
yeah, that one makes it.
the 26 will be successful. Will the 20 succeed for the third?
And the spell level expended to create the effect. Charisma modifier. 10 plus 2. Think so, yeah. Because it's only a 17 DC.
Okay, so the 2 succeed. The one that's dazzled is just taking all of taking all the effect.
Black smoky tendril just shoots out of the ground and yanks the dazzled one down. Yeah.
Okay, I put a symbol on them. Even though they're gonna go now, I put a symbol that looks kind of like twisted tendrils, I guess you would say. Okay. What did that spell have any like damage or anything, or was just a chance?
No, it's just prone. Actually, it got a nat 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that one. So if it had additional effects like failed by 5 or more,
if a creature rolls an
Go ahead.
If a creature rolls a natural 1 on its saving throw, it is also moved 5 feet per level of the spell slot extended in a direction of your choice.
There we go.
That's what we wanted.
It doesn't mention if it provokes attack of opportunity, so I will leave that up to you.
I mean, I would assume yes, since it's essentially being dragged away.
Yeah, I think
Let's
force movement triggers in this edition.
Let's
game.
do it. Let's do it. This is great. I wanna play off this nat 1, and that's gonna be the punishment for the creature.
I'm gonna yank him over here.
You're gonna yank
right in front of a toner and gunner.
Okay. So then, in that case, are you gonna? How far can you yank it? How many spaces?
Spell level, so 2.
2. Yeah, so 2 spaces.
Okay. All right. So I am seeing 1, 2, 3 attacks of opportunity. I know Gunner has a ranged weapon. I guess two of you have ranged weapons.
You could do a melee bash.
You can punch it.
That's all I really.
Just try and punch it. What's even my melee?
I found it. Gunner's weakness.
I think
what
it's
is that? A strength plus.
It should
my
to
base
hit
damage
it.
bonus.
It should be your base attack bonus.
So it's a plus 12
when
plus
it
13.
comes to the damage, I think it's 1 plus
so
your strength.
25. It's a D4 plus strength, I assume.
No, it's just a 1 plus strength because
only
certain species do more than that.
Then 2 damage. The least amount of damage I will ever do in my life. That's not nothing.
He says that now.
With my weapons, there's no way I could get a 1.
Okay, so a toner and Katina both have a attack of opportunity. Katina, since you have you don't have a melee weapon, it would be the same thing where you could like take a punch at the creature. It would be your attack. What would you say it was? Attack plus strength modifier?
It's a base attack bonus, and for damage, it's a 1 plus strength modifier.
Yeah.
So you could take a quick punch at this thing as you take a look, and Havoc cast this spell and almost moves this creature as if like it's an anchor of some sort, where it's just like a whoosh and it slides right in front of you, underneath the one with the red dot directly in front of Gunner.
15 hit it.
15 doesn't do it though. But maybe you just weren't meant to punch it. It slides right out of your way a little too quickly.
It's like, oh,
Good. Yeah, because Snow's special ability with the melee stuff, because of the power armor, she rolls a 2d6 plus 5 for the strength modifier.
I got a
yeah,
32 to hit.
she has a unarmed attack, but she doesn't really use it. So
Okay. Havoc, any movement or?
Nah, I'm nice and safe.
Okay.
I'm assuming I hit with
Back
a
here.
32.
Famous last words.
Yeah, the 32 does connect.
nice.
All right, so it takes 33 damage.
Okay. How does it look when you take it out?
It's just being dragged by a tendril one way. You just swing the opposite.
you did 1 point over the damage needed to take it out. So
Yeah, just basically a sword clothesline.
Oof.
oh.
Yeah, just cutting in half.
Okay, so that was the dazzled and the prone one. So the other ones aren't seeing that these creatures, they actually don't see, they are able to track through heat. And I'm gonna say because Katina is a smaller target, they're probably getting a bigger heat sense from Gunner and a Toner. So they're both gonna direct a full attack to the both of you.
Technically, it's only going to be a toner that's going to give off much of a heat source.
Because he's the huge
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Because when it comes to Gunner, much like Snow,
Yeah,
being
Gunner
winter-based creatures, the
isn't
pelt
that.
covers a
Yeah.
lot of the heat thermal.
Uh,
I don't know if that's how
What-
it works.
That
Let's-
is how it works, because it traps in all the heat. That's why the pelt is the way it is.
let's take a look real quick.
Well, that would just make you hotter, right?
Blind sight.
It
and
doesn't expose the heat. That's the point that I'm
It's
making.
basically why dogs can't sweat.
It's why dogs can't sweat and why huskies end up standing so well in such frigid temperatures. It retains all the heat. So without any heat being given off, nothing is picked up by thermals. It's the same kind of premise why in Afghanistan a lot of the Taliban terrorists, when they found out that our soldiers were using thermal scopes, wore heavy blankets over themselves to cover their thermal signature.
This one's gonna take I guess the flying version of a guarded step to get closer to a toner.
I know a lot of fun information, don't I?
That was good. I didn't actually know that, so I'm glad that was
So
just said just
yeah,
now. That's knowledge.
Taking a
There's-
guarded step to get closer to me?
Yep.
I was 1 square away. I was
'Cause-
right there.
Yeah, there's only currently 2 of our characters that are actually giving off a thermal signature.
So it actually, you know what? I'm not gonna take a guarded step because they actually do have a ranged attack, and I know with even Gunner being there, it's still gonna just take the ranged attack.
Alright.
So
Also, we already used our reaction.
oh yeah, yeah, that did just happen. Okay, the one is gonna use the ranged attack, so I'm gonna roll that now. The attack is called Quill Volley. So several quills are going to kind of extend out and shoot towards you. This is going to be with a plus 15 to this die roll.
Who is this targeting?
A toner.
Okay. Well, that's a
That's-
19.
That's going to be a 19 total. The second one is going to attack. It is going to attack twice with its speeding lance. This is going to be with a plus 13 because I don't think that they have any way to.
And I'm assuming kinetic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently, these creatures are actually supposed to be 10 feet instead of 5 feet. So they count as large magical
They
beasts.
big.
But
Ooh.
it's okay. I'm still gonna keep it the way it is for right now. Yeah. So we're gonna do that attack. There's gonna be a plus 13 twice.
Wow.
Wow.
That gnat had
Ouchie, mama.
Oh yeah,
the balance of all things.
When we say one thing about how we're not going to be in a combat intensive session, suddenly all of this starts popping out.
And I can't even do anything about that nat 20 because I already did something about another nat 20 earlier.
All right.
But I
There we go
can
for the
prevent
nat.
wounds.
Okay.
I would like to prevent wounds.
I'm gonna have, since both of these are happening to Blake, I'm gonna have Blake call for both the nat crit and the nat
Oh,
fail,
Ooh.
oh no.
and I'm just going to do the damage part.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what the nat is if you're gonna have it.
2d8 plus 22. 2d8. So 16 out of the is 14 plus 22, so that'd be 36. 16 of it is going to get negated, right?
Yep.
From Havoc. So 36 minus 16 will be 20.
And my damage reduction
Is 23, right?
is 19 right now.
19. Okay, so
wait, you said they were magical, right? So does that mean their attacks count as magical?
it just counts it as a piercing attack. It doesn't have any other modifiers
Magical
to
creature,
it.
but attack or not magical.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
count it as magical. If it was a magical item or something like that, I would. But this is the creature itself is like native to here, so it's normal.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
And
that
so-
is 1 point of damage, and then whatever its crit effect is.
Well, I got both out. So do you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh,
Let's do bad news first, I guess.
The crit effect against you is throat shot.
oh!
You cannot breathe or speak. The effect is removed using a first aid task of a medicine skill.
Oof.
So you currently have a hole in your throat and can't breathe.
You got
Or
to.
like a DC.
How that's gonna work with everything, I don't know.
Is there like
Well,
a
I'm
DC
doing
for that, or
And
Katina,
then,
go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, this is just for. It takes 1d4 bludgeoning damage per its weapon item level.
With base
Weapon item
I
level.
guess it would just. I mean, if it doesn't have an item level, I guess it would be at CR.
either CR
Yeah, it's-
or
okay.
it would just be counted as like a 1 for being base nothing.
Is it my turn now? Holy crap.
I'm gonna get through this real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the enemies. I forgot to hit the next button.
Oh no, you're good. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna count it for its CR. So we are going to do how many? What is it? 1d8
There's
per.
1d4 per item level.
So I'm gonna do it by CR. The creature in front of you. Blake, roll 6d4.
Alright, so they're CR6.
Yeah. And I will apply that.
6d4?
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna apply that damage to the creature for the critical fail. Hey, that's better than the average.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then that second roll is the electrical damage they get for hitting me.
Okay. So not only does it crit against you and like hits against your beak, it takes just a blunt of that as well as the electricity. It looks almost as if you both trade blows, except in reality, you only took 1 point of damage and your character is suffering because of the neck. But you see that this thing didn't look happy as it got attacked.
Yeah. So with that, is there like, does it say what the DC is?
No, it's a crit effect card.
Yeah, it just
Well,
goes.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It doesn't say negate anything. It's just that.
because you said you have to make a medicine check.
That's
So
a save
Katina-
out of it.
Katina does have
To you.
materials for it.
Yeah.
So if
Katina-
Katina does take this turn to patch you up, I'll just say that'll overcome it.
Yeah,
But if
both Katina and Snow would be able to patch you up in quick order.
story purposes wise, it's very drastic for your character. Mechanics wise, you're. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying that with me right next to him, I can like, oh, okay, I'm gonna heal you. Since it's gonna be my turn sooner than anybody else's.
Story wise, it's a crazy dynamic what just happened to you. But mechanics wise, it's only going to be for like about or less than 6 seconds because Katina's next to you. That being said, my enemies are all finished, so Katina's up.
All right. So I see that he basically gets a hole in his throat, and I'm going to go medicine skill all over you. Yeah, 15 and a 22. I think I did. I think that goes through.
Okay, you begin to just patch things up. You find the opening where this creature, after taking the damage from a toner with the bits of electricity, it releases itself from a toner's neck. The neck now being fully exposed, blood beginning to drip down. You just immediately head over to it and begin to like wrap it, so that way he doesn't suffer any effects.
I use whatever it is that would come in handy because I mean she has spray flash, she has med patch, she has coags, whatever, regen serum, whatever.
It would be Mad Flush.
The med flash.
Pretty much, you're just
Yeah.
covering up a hole that's now made in his throat. Thus, it can't be like used. You're basically just replacing the skin that's now missing.
So I basically use a spray flash.
So,
Or med
are you
patch.
doing any? Are you doing any movement after applying that, or did you want to stay there?
No. I think that would pretty much be my turn anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'll just make sure that a toner's good as new.
A toner, you're up, and just as you're taking your turn, you're just seeing Katina is just trying to patch you up as you go along, where you might like try to do a swipe because Katina is a smaller size than most people. You might see Katina like grab onto a bit of your clothing to like wrap a bandage around your neck or something, just to kind of like fit the scene that's happening in front of us. But take your turn.
All right. I'm full attacking this one.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Mmm.
This isn't going to be a combat heavy session.
16 plus 13.
That'll also hit.
29.
That is
So let's do that nat 20 first.
okay.
Okay, what kind of attack was it?
Slashing.
So kinetic.
Yeah.
Okay. The target moves 2 steps down the intelligence poison track. Fortitude save.
Five on the die. Fortitude is a +8. I'm pretty sure 13
That's not gonna
doesn't
make it.
pass it. So, oh, hold on, 67. It may not make this attack.
No.
It didn't make the attack.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and
What's-
then also severe wounds. Is my crit effect on my weapon.
That's two
Yikes.
different rolls on the on that table.
All right, so that was a 3 and a 5. So that's both bleed 1d6. But I think you can only take one, right?
You should take both.
It is not gonna make it. Like the damage you did just now took it out completely. Anything that you're doing now, it's almost like Borderlands, like rack, where the body just kind of drops and falls on the ground and doesn't come back up.
It just kind of profusely bleeds all over the place.
And just to put some extra emphasis on it, this creature before it attacked you just now took 0 damage up to this point. So in attacking you and being attacked by you,
Oof.
it dropped. Both of which being the crit, because oh wait, did I crit on you with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the crit attack that happened to you and it took more damage, and the crit attack that you got on this one in itself, like did a number to it, and it dropped.
And that was just the first attack. That was even the second
I know.
attack from the full attack.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
And the other one, with it being essentially like the larger scale, would he be within melee range, or would he have to move?
Yeah, because they would technically be large creatures, so it would have been scaled 4 squares. So yeah, I'll count the damage that would go to the second one. I'll count it to the second target. Because in theory, they were supposed to be large from the start.
Okay, so that would go to the second one.
Damn.
What I am going to do though, really quick, is the red one has my initiative, so I'm going to delete this one and just expand the one in front of you. All right, that one's pretty tuned up as well. Okay, that's a good turn.
And then I put in the information about the spray flash that I used on him since I got my med check and everything.
Okay. All right, I feel like we'll be getting to that in a second. I feel like this creature is going to be dead before I can get to it, between Gunner, Snow, and Havoc. Was there anything else that Tona wanted to do? Second point?
Oh, that was. Oh yeah. Second point. And yeah, that's it because that was a full action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be surprised if it survives past Gunner.
Yeah.
Gunner'd have to miss. There's a heavy emphasis on it too, because even with a 4, Gunner hit last time, so
Yeah.
Gunner would have to miss.
Well, that's a 10 on the first one.
All right, that's not a miss.
So let's see if it makes past my first attack. Ooh. Alright. 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 35, 40 points of damage.
It is destroyed.
Okay.
And Snow's gonna call out to a toner. Could you please not get any more holes put in you? I mean, look at Gunner. Look at this one. By the way, how the fuck did you get off that asteroid?
It could. Okay, so our thing does check out.
Toner, has his hole been patched yet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, otherwise he does like the thing that like they do in the smoker commercials where the person holds their thing over their neck.
Oh,
I put spray flush on you and everything, so you're good to go.
Today's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
I always find it funny how it did a crit and for 1 damage, and then took 19 damage.
So,
Actually, more than that. Took 28 damage.
small rat, whatever your name is. How the fuck did you get off that asteroid?
Your ship
The
apparently is not here.
You stowed away on my ship.
I mean, we
I was
had
one of the people that made it to your ship before you made it explode into a million fragments.
That was also our old ship. And how the fuck did you get here?
we weren't exactly taking a head count at the time.
This is true. But how did you get here? We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
My employers.
They just kind of dropped you off?
Yep. They're actually supposed to be coming to get me soon enough.
Oh yeah, in the shadow plane.
Is that where the fuck we are?
I'm guessing. I just feel,
Well, we're off of.
I don't know, more connected. Feels nice.
The darkness around Snow's eyes is spreading, like, and tinting her fur a darker purple around her face.
I'm loving every bit of this right now. That's why I'm so quiet.
Told y'all about Havoc's eyes before, right?
When you do your little, I'm not me, but I'm here.
Yeah, was it the purple or green or whatever color that they turn?
They haven't stopped being white, and the lights are just tiny pinpricks now.
All right.
So now only one person is out of the loop with eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, we could fix that.
I guess that's true. I get my gun.
Let's not do that.
Alright, so we are down a ship in the middle of nowhere. You remember where that city was?
I mean,
On
other
essentially
side
the
of the
equator
planet.
of the planet, so halfway across the planet.
Well, I guess we better start walking.
Well, even if we get there, we're in the shadow plane. There ain't no guarantee that it'll be there.
Yeah, well, currently we have no other real option, because this shit show ain't gonna give us anything.
maybe there's something back inside the facility that can get us back out.
Snow's gonna use her motion detection badge.
When you use your motion detection badge, how far does it go? Was it 30 or
30
60
feet.
feet? 30 feet? You're not picking anything up. Anything on your level when you like, if you were to even go on the service elevator, because I know that stays active for an hour. When you go onto the service elevator, check the other rooms, you're still not picking anything up. Of anything, you can see like distance out on the mountainside of things, or more of those creatures that are now dead bodies next to all of you, and like anywhere between groups of like 2 to 5 spaced out.
Alright, so our options are either venture out into the ice-capped wastelands to be constantly harassed by these fucking creatures, or to stay here for God knows how long. God, I should have looked more into that machine in the basement.
Also, does any of us even have rations?
I have rations.
I do.
I have rations.
I do.
Cool, so we're not gonna have each other for a while.
Well, also we might be able to eat these things.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah, I'll
we
pass
should.
right now.
I should say that if we're gonna eat anything, eat these things first before our rations.
Yeah, no, I've got enough whatever is inside of me. I don't need to add any more by eating the things in this realm.
But so yeah, our options are either venture into the wasteland, or I could see if I can reverse whatever fucking sent us here with the machinery underneath.
I say we go.
Yeah,
What,
Brandon, could I try a mysticism check?
huh?
Sure.
Because I use a mysticism check. Would I be able to know how to get us out?
I'm gonna wait to also see what the toner gets, and I'm
What
gonna.
is the shadow plane? I would have probably noticed more than likely noticed it.
Oh, okay. I thought I got a 1 on the... but no, I got a 16.
So what?
Mysticism.
So Katina got a 28 mysticism check total. What did a toner get?
16.
Okay.
I thought I
Both-
got a 3, but I misread the dice.
Both of you try to just tap into like everything that you could think of: mysticism, galaxy stars, planes of existence, things of that nature. Um, when you both dig into whatever sources like pop up into your brain and your mind, or any paper resources that you would have on you, you don't see anything that's a direct line of how to get back to your plane of existence. Only that everything is in shades of gray, and that there would be some type of portal or something to get you back there. Um, as mentioned, I guess you'll be probably the first one to put it together that there was machinery running underneath of all of you during that battle. But unless Captain Snow can make something happen with the machinery, it looks like you got a long way to go to get back.
Which is exactly what Snow ended up saying. It's like,
Yeah.
either I try to fix this, or we wander off into the wasteland.
I would vote to go down and see if we can get the fix whatever it is. I can help you. I have some engineering knowledge as well, and computers, so we can work on it together. It's better than freezing out here.
And she's gonna point at our drone. So does my companion here.
Well, three of us. It shouldn't take too long if it comes to that. Then I guess.
Well, you guys do that. I guess I'll just go on my own into the wastes.
Wait,
Why are you so dedicated to just wander into the waste?
Because we're here for a reason. We killed one guy, but he obviously wasn't the last part of this puzzle. That means that the threat ain't over.
And it also doesn't mean that the threat is necessarily here in this shadow realm.
Something tells me it is.
At the very least, let me see if I could reverse it to the point where we can go back at choice instead of wandering off and maybe finding another way back.
30 minutes.
that doesn't sound like a lot of.
She just presses the button on the elevator to go back down.
I'm
Yeah.
doing
Also
whatever
gets
the
on
toner doing.
elevator.
I'm doing whatever the toner's doing.
And I join Snow with going, since I can help.
Hey.
And
I
the
love-
more minds on this, the less time it'll take.
Okay. All right. Everyone except for, I guess, Gunner at this point is going down further towards
Oh boy, we're splitting
towards
the
the lower
party.
levels. It. I would say at this point in time, Captain Snow's already like looked and dug through everything. A lot of these computers, as I mentioned, look to be like a dubbed down version of the computers that you saw on your normal plane of existence. When you go back towards like your first and second floor, those are all in Captain Snow's mindset almost like dummy computers, like easy to operate, don't really have any like big functions or anything that could be on a scale of what Katina's talking about, or what a toner is talking about by like we're on a different plane of existence. This has to be like some big machinery. When all of you head towards the third floor, it's a very similar effect. You still have the room that had like the frozen meat popsicle room and things like that placed there. When you head back towards the room that had all the flechette traps and things like that, and the computer system that's set there, you see the machinery, but it just looks like unaccessible unless you can break through this glass structure. The gears, as I mentioned at the bottom, stop turning, and it looks like unfunctional at this point. But if you want to try, you can definitely try.
Yeah, certainly gonna make at least one try.
I think that's a good idea.
Mm.
So then the first part would be finding a way to get through this like glass platform that you can see the machinery underneath of it.
Said it's glass.
Yeah, it's a glass. It's like a glass type material, almost like a icy, like a frozen icy river type glass.
Smash.
Okay, give me an attack roll, or I guess not even an attack roll. Just give me damage for what would be like a normal attack for you, or if you went full attack, what the attack damage would be total.
As he's doing that, I go back over to the body of
Hey,
the
nice.
main boss guy and see if he has anything like on his like comm unit or anything on him that might trigger.
I mean, Snow already looted everything,
Oh, okay.
even his prosthetic arm.
Hey, I just saw the number.
Hey.
Okay, let me take a look real quick. The thing in
Hey.
itself, it has a lot of HP. It has a hardness of 30. Um, its HP is well into the thousands, so you could go for it, but it would take time. And for every attack, like if that's an example of an attack for you, it has a hardness of 30 that it would shrug off.
Mm.
So it
And
Oh
would
also, dude, yeah,
God.
try to
it
your
would take
weapon
a
as over
lot of
time.
time. Yeah. So it's something like as a toner does the first full attack strike into it,
You make a
just like
scratch.
bits of glass, like you see like little um shavings of a mixture of both glass and ice come up as a toner just puts a big oomph into it. It looks like it would require a lot of work.
Does it look like there's any kind of electrical panels outside of the gun turrets?
Not on the spot that you're on. You feel like if you were to get underneath, there might be a bit more since something has to be running the machine.
Hey, Brandon.
Listening.
Um, this I'm going to leave entirely up to you because it is totally kind of gamey.
Okay.
But the it's glass, right? So you can see through it.
Hmm.
Okay. And this is the part where it would be gamey because if someone will fight me for 3 rounds, I can create a wormhole to basically function as dimension door to get us onto the other side. And this is where I'm saying it would require your approval because it would require combat. But yeah, I have the ability I have solar acceleration as the photon version of my Zenith Revelation, but my graviton version that I took is called Wormhole, and it's when you're fully graviton attuned, you can create 2 linked wormholes as a standard action.
Also,
One wormhole must be adjacent to you, and the other appears anywhere in line of sight within 100 feet plus 10 feet per level.
I have a question. Um, Do I see any electrical panels through the glass within 40 feet?
Not that's within 40 feet. Is like down there.
Hmm.
Like
500 feet of reinforced glass.
if you were to even like shatter the bit that's separating you from the like floor that's underneath of you that you saw on the original plane, but you never actually got to see here, it would still be like a good like 300-400 foot drop towards the bottom.
Damn.
Yeah. The machines that are there is running up like a cliffside wall, but it all starts somewhere, and that's what is so hard to see. And with that glass part there, and not a good light source, it being 6 levels deep, it's like a giant pit.
Well, that's no problem for me as long as we could get through to the other side.
So,
Because I could fly.
Yes, that's what I was saying. It would be entirely up to you because I am fully admitting that this is gimmicky and gamey as hell.
you know what? Let's do it. Let's go. Make it happen.
All right. A toner will look to everyone's like, now I need y'all to trust me, but I need y'all to just start punching me.
Okay. Snow's gonna crack her knuckles and take a swing.
Maybe someone that doesn't wear a suit of power armor. Or, how hard does that thing hit?
Oh my god.
That's a nat 1.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Let me take out the card.
This is what
I
we
swear
get.
to
This is
fucking
what you
God.
This is
I
karma.
swear to fucking God.
I am thoroughly happy with my decision.
I hope you're fucking happy. I hope you're fucking happy, Blake. You're about to kill Captain Snow. I
You
swear
are
to
in
God,
the
if you-
bleeding condition.
Get a bleeding condition?
1 damage.
I look around to see if there is any possible like secret doors or anything of that nature, and trying to use like the glass, the glass to be able to see through to see if there's like any like secret doors or like elevator thing that we're maybe possibly missing that would take us down into that area.
Give me a perception check.
And I had rolled a 20.
swear to fucking God, if there's just a dead ass elevator, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah, we're trying to do this whole nonsense. There's just like a door 10 feet away from us.
You take a look.
So a 39 total. Because
You take a thorough look through everything. There's no other accessible way to go further down. The only entrance in this room is where the service elevator would be, and that's the only exit. No secret doors were located. No, nothing along the line or along the walls look misaligned or anything like that. It looks like it's
what about the elevator shaft? The elevator and elevator shaft itself? Maybe like a secret button, or maybe there's like like a card slide thing that you would have to get to a restricted level type thing.
I feel like with a 39, you would have found something like that.
Yeah.
with a 39, still unsuccessful.
Alright,
This isn't there, or at
Is
least
it-
wasn't built that
Yeah,
way.
I mean,
is this going to lead into like the second round of attacks on the toner?
I like how after that nat one is like, hey, Havoc, is there something you can do about this?
Let me see. As a move action, I can spend a resolve point to teleport 30 feet and not take any attacks of opportunity, but that's it.
It doesn't help those of us that could fly and be able to get down there instead of just dropping a rat from that
That's
high up.
dumbass. Teleporting myself on the other side of the glass, looking back at them like a smacked ass as I fall to my death.
The wackiness that comes with this game.
This is round 2.
Pretty interesting.
All right.
22 misses.
Yeah, that misses.
So that's the second round of me fighting you.
Yeah, and
My
I
God.
guess in order for it technically to fight, I have to swing back, so I'll punch back.
I mean,
Yeah.
My
Okay,
God.
a 2 on the die. Does a 18 kinetic hit?
nope.
Yay!
It's really combat if no one's hitting each other.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Alright, your
This
second
is
attack.
super cheesy. Oh my God.
I mean,
That's
Snow
why I
is
have
trying to
terrain
hit him
on
with
missions,
some
not like
real
you wild
damage.
Swings at each other at the wrong direction.
Yeah, Snow is trying to hit him for real damage, so it is a legitimate threat to him.
We're just doing that Fallout glitch where you try to jump on top of a trash can while you're holding it.
What?
Is Atona gonna make a second attack?
Oh, yeah.
Jump on a trash
This
can.
one might hit. A 29 kinetic.
Misses.
So yeah, a toner just like punches straight into your power armor. And you're just like, ooh.
My God.
Shakes his hand.
Snow punches back and ricochets off his armor.
Just like nothing.
Just
You know what? I'm
brawling.
gonna get in on this. I'm gonna throw a slap.
We're just like two giant beasts just beating on each other, not really doing any damage.
I'm just gonna fucking slap a toner's shins.
Watch Nat 20 prison shank.
It's gonna be the
Swear to
second
fucking
Vescu
God.
kill by drowning him in his own blood.
Yeah. Throw a lazy slap. Just
The best things that happen in my game are the things I absolutely have no control in, like Nat 1s.
I know.
Alright.
Dude.
So that should be the 3 rounds to get you fully
Yeah, I
attuned.
guess that's 30.
Yeah, that's 3 rounds.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that does it.
Wow.
a toner looks over at the machinery and he goes like, ah, and creates a pair of wormholes, one that's right in front of him and the other one where they need to go. And yeah, he's going to designate it that all of his allies can go through it. And he's also going to warn them that it will only last for, how long is a round in this? 6 seconds?
6 seconds.
All right. They have 30 seconds.
Oh.
So where the other end of the wormhole is, it looks like it would just be like a pit drop going down, at least from where you're currently placed.
Well, cannonball.
Yeah, it says
Snow's
that
gonna
wormhole
dive
remains
through.
for 1 round for every 2 Solarian levels. So that's 5 rounds. You have 5 rounds to do whatever you need to do and get back. Otherwise, we'll need to do this song and dance again.
Oh boy.
Snow's just going to immediately dive into a cannonball.
And
Oh my God.
unless we find a way up out of there from once we're down there.
I mean, we can just do the reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 of us could fly, so
I thought only Snow was going through.
I mean, it'll be fine if Snow also just goes through because Twitch is still on her, so
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you were the only person going through.
it's like right now it's everyone else's decision on what they're doing because Snow dove through already.
Doing what a toner's doing.
I'm planning on staying on this side just in case anything goes wrong.
Oh boy, more slap fights. Don't worry, I have full confidence that you can do this, Captain.
So is this just two people going through and two people are staying back?
Well, you said it's a pit. Can Katana fly?
Katina? No.
Katina?
Nope.
So one person.
Yep. A
Just doesn't
three-way
One
party
person.
split.
A girl and her robot.
Suddenly, 27 flechette traps go.
I did not consider that.
Apparently, no one considered this thing might be trapped. Like everything else
Well,
in the
not all
place.
of us read the book, Gunner.
I think you really should audio down.
Why are there fire rings?
I'm just doing it for flavor purposes.
Going
since-
down, down, down the burning rings of fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are there fire rings?
Because only one person separated from the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put emphasis on that again. One person separated from the party, right?
I mean, from that party, yes.
Yep.
I've been separated
Yeah.
for at least
Technically,
15
you've been
minutes now.
separated. Yeah, you've been separated for a while now. You're just like, yo, I gave him 30 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Then I start
Okay.
walking.
So you create a wormhole, and afterwards, what side do you want to stay on a toner? The side with the rest of the party members,
Yeah,
or the
I'm staying
side that's
on-
going to be?
The side with everyone else. I'm not going through it.
Is that a Tarask?
All right, Capstone, give me a perception check. Oh wait, it's both of you. So let me put this back on real quick. Right? You're not going alone, right?
Yeah, Snow has Twitch.
So you're going alone.
Yeah, because you decided.
Oh wait, what's your size class with Twitch?
It's still the same.
Still medium.
Oh.
It just counts as extra armor.
Since the Yasaki are small, would they be able to like ride on your shoulders?
Do we really want to deal with that?
That's why I'm asking.
They would be able to hold on.
And that might be a check in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Havoc is with one and Captain Snow with the other. That's what I was hoping would have happened.
Alright. Snow's perception is going to be 34. And Twitch's perception is going to be a 24.
Okay. So we're gonna go with Captain Snow's perception with this. So as this wormhole has been created, you take a look at your settings now. Against all of the walls, you see just wiring from, I guess you would say, from the top of where the like ice and glass was formed, all the way to what's below you. You still have your motion tracking device on, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're out of range where the party is being picked up from that motion tracker, but you just see like it's just darkness where you're proceeding when you go forward. As you continue to go forward with, it was a 36 perception, right?
Yeah. 36 and 24.
Boy.
God, I rolled an 18 as well. Fuck.
I know.
Go alone.
There's like three different things I want to do at once, and I'm trying to decide which happens first.
Well, I'm not there. You want to ask me?
All right, we'll go with your perception check. We'll go with that first, and then go forward. As you descend downwards, almost like Dante's Inferno S style, as you're going like almost to like this hellscape of wires and circuitry, you can see that there is sparks of electricity the further you go down, but you're still not seeing something that looks like to be like a computer system of some sort. Just these wires begin to give off sparks. You're going at your quickest speed, knowing that the wormhole is going to close up in about 30 seconds. After you pass another 100 feet, give me a perception check. You're not detecting anything just yet.
Alright. Alright, that's a 38 and a 36.
Man, I tried. Okay. As you go further downwards, you start to begin to feel these like raindrops beginning to rain on top of you. And when you take a look at some of it, like runs down your arm, these raindrops are actually drops of blood. Um, when the further you go down, the more this feels like it begins to pour, and you're not sure if this is like a bit of an illusion of some sort, or if this is just like some type of thing that's tied to the bottom layer where you're going. But as you get to the bottom layer, you see something that looks to be a master computer directly placed in front of you. Circuitry is running through it. It's a giant size monitor placed directly at the bottom, and all the wires seem to go to it. The wires, some of it looks neatly organized, where the rest of it overflows everywhere. The screen has a bright white color with static sound coming out of it. And as you look at it, it says Captain Snow.
More fuckery. Great. She's gonna start her hacking.
As you begin hacking, you feel like a jolt of electricity, and I need you to make a will save.
Boy.
My lowest skill too. That's a 9.
Oh,
I think we may have accidentally just killed Snow.
oh fuck.
Well, there wasn't no accident to this. Y'all knew the risks.
You know the rules.
You and
So
nobody
do
else.
I.
Oh,
All right, you begin the hack in progress. You feel like a jolt of electricity. To Captain Snow, it feels the equivalent of like the moment you notice a mosquito like bite into you when it happened. You kind of just shrug the pain off. As you hack into the system, the machine itself powers down, and a little projection shows up, and in like a maniacal type voice, you have this voice say, You didn't say the magic words.
please,
God damn
please,
it.
damn it.
Newman.
God, I didn't even get a chance to do the computer's check to hack into it.
My friend-
Now you
my
have
fr-
space herpes.
Oh, how
God,
does
it's
it
the first
feel?
session all over again.
As the screen goes to black, you do remember you are on a bit of a time crunch. Unless, someone else is going to
Slap.
square off with a toner.
She's gonna end up flying back up at that point.
Okay. As you're flying towards the wormhole, you see, as I mentioned, the like drops of blood that you were seeing. As you're going up, it begins to downpour even further, or even more than it was when you was descending down. And at one point in time, you take a look to the right of you, and you see this fist, almost like made of blood, is trying to take a hook shot towards you. And I need you to make a reflex save.
Reflex is my better.
There we go.
Oh,
That's 30.
You manage to outmaneuver out of where the fist is going. Doing that maneuver, however, cost you a little bit more time than you expected. The wormhole that's directly placed in front of you is starting to shrink. You see a second fist. As you look down at this like abyss, I'm going to say, you see a second fist coming up to grab you and almost try to like hold you in place from preventing you to get to the wormhole. I need one more reflex save.
That is. It's a 30 even again.
Okay. With another success, it goes to grapple, almost like palm you. This fist is like a huge size where it could palm you in the palm of its hands. You slide between the cracks of the fingers of blood. Some of it kind of splashes against your suit of armor, and you fly through the wormhole that was created by a toner, but everyone that's directly in front of you looks a little bit different than when you first saw them, almost to the point of them all looking monstrous in some way, shape, or form.
The fuck?
And
Everything
where
okay?
is it?
He's not wounded.
I'm gonna send this to you.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Kalani to Electric Boogaloo.
I put the last part up, but there it is. So I think everyone's gonna see the last part, which I didn't want them to see, but that should be it. On the
Oh,
roll
you
20.
got what I had.
So that happens. I know it is close to 10, so I don't know if we should stop with that. You looking at the party and everyone looking slightly different,
This would be a
or
good
we should
time to
finish
stop
this
Yeah.
part
because
out.
the last time we
Yeah.
continued on, it progressed a lot further than
Yeah.
Yeah.
it should have, and I was exhausted the next day.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I want to try, or I want to, since they saw this, you're affected similar in the same way that Gunnar was affected prior. The way that you are affected is when that jolt of electricity happened, that's when I'm going to say that the memory is going to trigger that I'm still actually working on. So we're going to have that memory explain the start of next session, and that's where this like state of paranoia is going to come from.
Fun.
And
Oh boy.
I'm gonna finish going through the levels on the floors because I was so enthralled with what was happening with Katina and Gunnar that I stopped looking at the loot. And I'm gonna do that now. But we're gonna end the game here, and I'm just gonna describe the start of next session because I'm gonna leave these pieces here, and I'm gonna actually switch the Roll20 page back to like the objective